G'day guys. This is very strange, but I'm in the bathroom and there's a ceiling fan here, and I have worked out that when the noise level goes up, when I'm, listen, you will listen. That's the fan going, but I'm waiting for it to happen. Hear that? That's data on the power lines. I'm not joking. It's not as, I just did it. As soon as I talk, hang on, have a listen. Doing it again. Did. You hear all that data? That's data. I can see it on my spectrum analyzer. I don't know what it is, but it's down the power cables. Okay. I turned the fan on. I listened for it in the morning. Nothing. And it's going again now. Then at 11 a.m, bang, 11 a.m. on the knocker, there's all this data noises, right? It's actually the fan motor is picking it up. It generates square waves, I think, and what it's actually doing is it's just vibrating the motor, and you can hear it. Come on, do it again. There it goes. There it goes. It did it again. It takes a long time for it to occur. So around about 11 o'clock a.m, it did it. There was nothing till about 2:30. It started doing it again. There you go. Yeah, did. It's actually data. I thought it was a loose bearing or something. I pulled the thing apart before. I checked it. There is no slop in the bearings on this. It's not something that happens because it starts oscillating or something of that nature. It's doing it. 8 o'clock, bang. Off she goes. Come on. There you go, big burst of it, right? It's darted down the power lines. Now, I spoke to someone who used to do low frequency detection work, and this is very interesting. This guy was telling me that 1950s, they used to use low frequency lock-in amplifiers on the power lines because adversaries were using the power lines to send data to their agents. That's really amazing. Nothing at the moment, but it's very hard to hear. You're probably only hearing the whir of the fan, but there it goes. Because what happens, it does its data bursts. Now it's doing it again. As soon as I take the bloody thing away, it does it. What it is, it does it in batches. I think it's got, it does a burst of data and then it goes into a listening mode for probably about, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 seconds. Depends. It's really random. Then it starts doing it again. There it goes. It just did again. So it's data of some description. Now the thing is, street transformers will cut that data out. It doesn't go through a transformer. But what I've noticed, and I've been told about, is they have some way of jumping the wires to let that data signal through. It must be some sort of inductor capacitance arrangement. And it bypasses the transformer. Yeah, did it again. See, I've noticed this, and it does it at particular times. And then, after about 11 o'clock at night, I was doing tests in my workshop, and it all goes quiet. I don't get any strange noises, and in the early hours, nothing. But in the morning, in the afternoon, it's just past 8 o'clock and it's just arced up again. I've had this fan running all day and I've poked my head in on various occasions, various times to listen, and it was just running smooth and there was just nothing. There it goes. Da 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 da. Freaking drives me bonkers. I don't know what it is. You know, do we have some sort of audio recording bugs in our houses or something that it collects it all up and sends it out in data bursts? Maybe it's keyword activated. I don't know. It sounds bizarre, but like I say, I don't know what the hell this is. It's probably encoded to a point and you don't know what it is. Tell you where I used to find this sort of stuff. Years and years and years ago, when I used to listen to some of the low frequency broadcasts that were done around about 130 kilohertz, I used to hear slow data bursts. But I'm going back 25 years. There it goes. Go and do it again. There it went, did it again. It's in intervals. I think you could time a stopwatch by it. See, nothing and a little bit, and it'll do it again. Ready? Come on. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Freaking bizarre, right? But that's what this is. It is also, I'm picking up those bursts on my low frequency spectrum analyzers. It's very hard to decide. I'm not coupled into the mains trying to get the signal. I don't like coupling anything like that to the mains because it is quite risky. You blow your front end out and it causes a lot of damage. But there's something funny going on. I really don't know what it is. There it goes. Come on, and stop. Wait, and come on. Hear it? Da 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 da. I don't know if you can hear it, but it does it. It's if I actually put a audio filter on this where I can get out the whirring of the fan, and you could hear it just sit there going da 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 da, whatever it does. But I know it's something to do with data on the mains. Do you know why I know that? I'll tell you why. Because I disconnected the mains and I ran this off my UPS inverter. I had everything else in the house turned off and I just stuck it on the mains, turned the fan on, and it didn't do it. It never did it. It sat there just running like that. Now it's doing it. It's starting to really arc up. So it seems like 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock. There you go. Da, 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 da. Again. So please, what do you think it is? You know, is it like back in the 1950s? Is it like similar to the Russians trying to transmit data down the phone line so it can't be intercepted and picked up by other agents? That's what they did. And I know people that worked in Canada and the US and were using lock-in amplifiers for this detection of these signals. So that's what maybe that's even a bit secretive, even mentioning that, but I know for a fact that is what was happening. There it goes. Da 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 da. I don't know if you can pick it up because I'm just using the phone on the, or the microphone on the iPhone, should I say. But it's really, really weird. I don't know if anyone else, leave your little fans on, your bathroom fan or just any fan with some sort of induction motor on it and see if it does the same thing. Yeah, big lot of data again and stops. I know it sounds bizarre, it sounds ridiculous, but that is what is happening. I don't know if you can hear that. That's a big long one, but I probably have to be up near it to hear it. But the thing is, it's so random. Like I could be standing up there for half an hour and there won't be anything, and then all of a sudden, they'll get all this data coming through. See? There it goes. Yeah, you can probably hear the kids over it because it's so damn noisy. Hang on, tell you what I'll do. Film myself in the mirror, of course. I'll shut the door and I'll get back up there near it and you can see if you can hear it. Because I don't know if you can. Maybe it's getting drowned out by the fan noise. But here we go, we'll try it. You hear that? Then bloop. Do it again. Da, 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 da. There you go, da, 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 again. And you hear little weak ones come through as well. It's very, very strange. I think I might have to make something dedicated off the mains. And it keeps doing it, just does data bursts. Bizarre, really bizarre. Like I say, it's not something to do with the fan blade suddenly going out of balance or a resonance or something like that. I've checked for all that. It doesn't stop it or make it. It doesn't do that. This just does it randomly at particular times. Like now, just da 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 again. I hope you can actually hear it because I don't want to record this and seem like a complete fool. Come on. Did you hear that? I hope you did. I did. Loud. Come on. There you go. Did it again. Okay, so let's prove the point. It does it. Oh, dear me. So guys, yeah, there you go. Look like one of those chicks that puts the phone up on their face and takes a picture of their clothing, you know. Yeah, anyway, that is really bizarre. There we are, that's the time here. 8 in the evening, and it started at 8 o'clock and it's still doing it. So what is it? What the hell is going on? Why do we have data going down our power lines? It's just dead quiet. And then da 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 again. I think the fan down the bottom bathroom also does it. I'm in the top bathroom at the moment, but the one down below does it as well. But it's more in the fan noise. It's harder to hear. This fan is relatively quiet for what it is. But the one downstairs is a lot louder, so I don't think you would have been able to hear it. Yeah, da 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 da. So whatever that data is, please someone tell me, because I am absolutely bamboozled what that could be. It's very strange. Oh, it did a big long one then. It was doing a lot of stuff and then stops. Does it again. And then after it does a data, it's a stream of data, it usually stops, and after about 2 or 3 seconds it goes da-da. It's doing it now. Da, hear that? Da, or goes da-da. So it means something. Is the electricity suppliers using that to control street lighting? Do they read the meters? Oh, I have absolutely no idea what it is. There you go, it's doing massive data at the moment and stops. And then starts again. See? It's random, it's really weird. Yeah, it's definitely data. It's not normal. But, who knows who's trying to communicate with who over the power lines? I have no idea. I do know from history working in certain departments that what used to happen in spying operations used to hide, oh God, here we go. We used to hide, people used to hide little boxes of the power lines in the wall cavities and have a microphone either upstairs or down, depends how it was done. And what it would do is that the voice talked in the room would just be stored, okay? It would be stored, and then have people come around with a bug sweeper looking through the spectrum, basically from DC to daylight, as within reason. And they used to talk and make noises and see if they could pick it up on a wideband spectrum analyzer and sweep the frequencies. And what happened is that when the bugs got caught, usually you'd have a reference to the sound being made to what you pick up on the RF frequency, and that would say, well, there's a bug in the room. But what certain people did, right, they went to storage. And what actually happened is you said enough words during the day and it would store in memory. And this memory was limited years ago. You couldn't just have like 10 gigs hanging there and it was going to record it all. It would only be, a few megabytes or so. Anyway, the data was compressed. And then later on, when no one was around or there was no bug sweeping or anything going on, it would blast it out on the damn AC lines, and it would be intercepted in a premises very close by, and that was deciphered. I'm not joking, that is how this stuff used to work. We're talking spy versus spy here, but I don't want to go too much into it. And it just is reminiscent of stuff that was done years ago just to record what was said and then just turn it into data and spit it down the power line. You didn't have to go back to the premises. There was no transmitters to be found. So a bug sweep wouldn't pick this up. So maybe it's something very similar. I don't know. But I know it was done in the 1950s. I think it was done by Russians entering into Canada and using the cables, the AC supply in Canada, and were transmitting data on the Canadian border and was being intercepted by people, well, let's just say people on the US side. Anyway, that is true out of the 50s, and it was probably even done earlier on. So it's a really clandestine way of transmitting data. The only thing is that if you have a transformer, like a 2200 volt or 2200 or whatever to 240 or 110, depends where in the world you are, whatever it may be, those transformers kill the signal. They basically, that's just stopper. It just doesn't go through, can't do. And they started putting bypasses on low tension to high tension. And all this actually came about, you can find out about this by having a look at internet over power lines, right? Which is, it was trialed, and they based it on old technology of sending signals down the power lines. So it's all gone quiet now. See, there you go. It's been going for 15 minutes, at least. Now it's quiet, it's not doing it anymore. Oh, it just went tick, 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 tick. But it's really gone quiet now. It's not much going on. It's very quiet. It's just a fan humming. So, that's that. I'll turn the fan off. So, yeah, I absolutely at a loss. I just want to say, oh, it's just random. It's whatever. You know, it's not random. It is something going on. So guys, if you've got one of these, a fan in your bathroom or whatever, sit in the bathroom and listen to it and see if it starts making these weird data transmissions. For some reason, it's just the motor, the windings in the motor are transmitting it physically, so you can audibly hear it. It's, you know, otherwise you're not going to know about it. It's probably very critical how the windings are in the motor to be allowed to vibrate at that frequency. So you got your normal hum sitting there, and this is riding on the hum. Anyway, there you go. That's a weird one. Nothing to do with, well, it is. I was going to say, with the workshop doing metal detectors, this coincides with the noise levels. So when I say that after 11 o'clock at night, I don't hear this anymore, and into the early hours of the morning, I don't hear it. And when I turn on any sort of very sensitive receiver in the low frequency end of things, there is very little noise. It's not like any other time. So here, right now, it'll be as, if I went and turned on a metal detector, even if I have anti-phase coils, it will still be going, you know, get that chirp in the background. And past 12 o'clock, or probably more so 11 p.m., it doesn't happen. It's gone. So it's not something that is gone haywire with the fan. Because like I say, I pulled it all apart and I put it back together. So it's just an absolute mind-blowing thing. I should actually do something very simple and have a look on the internet and say, appliances that make noises like data or something. I haven't done it, but I know what it is because I've gone down and I've checked. I had the spectrum analyzer with a big long wire on it running near the mains, and I could see the little tiny spikes riding on the sine waves from the AC. And it would just go blippity blip, 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 and then, you know, whatever it did for whatever duration, and then it just stopped. So you just see these ripples. I've got no way of decoding it. What it is, I don't know. I don't know I don't know what language it talks, but it's bizarre. It really is bizarre. So just something to be aware of anyway. Anyway, that's enough. Enough of my bathroom. Catches.